Hey everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hey, it's Dr. Eric Deputy. Hope you're having a blessed day wherever in the world you are. Boy, do I have an interesting conversational story to have with all of you today. So, many of you know that I've been practicing functional medicine now for over 2 decades, helping people get to the root cause of their problems. And detoxification happens to be something that we've been speaking about for almost 20 years now, about the toxification of heavy metals, microplastic, glyphosates, etc., in the human body. We've been talking about PFAS, and I was actually putting together a presentation. We're talking about the microplastics found in the human brain. This all really started about 2022, so just a few years ago. This is a new conversation, but in preparing for a workshop that I'm getting ready to give later this week, man, it's pretty wild when we're looking at PFAS. How many of you have ever heard of PFAS before? So I'll give everybody a minute to jump on. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can see me and hear me, and let me know where in the world you guys are watching from. I'd love to know where you're watching. So, interestingly enough, I'm going through my notes for the day today, typing in all kinds of things. You know how whenever you start searching something on your phone or on your computer, a lot of times it feels like you're being, I don't know, watched. How many of you feel like that you say something or say something across the room, and next thing you know, an advertisement of what you're looking for shows up in your social media feed? How many of you have ever had that happen before? Well, it's happening to me. So check this out. So I literally am just now looking about PFAS, and this advertisement came up on Meta today. It says PFAS lawsuits settlements could have a value of 150,000 to 375,000 based on global settlements in previous mass tort case involving similar claims. So they're already promoting the fact that PFAS, these forever chemicals, are causing serious problems in the human body, and that the governments of the world have allowed these in, and companies have allowed PFAS to be in your water, your food, your chemicals that you clean your body with, etc. So this is a big deal. What's about to happen next is going to be pretty interesting over the next few years when we see the class action lawsuits for glyphosate come through, the class action lawsuits for microplastics and heavy metals and PFAS. The lawyers are already loading up to try to get this figured out, because they want to get their piece of the pie. And check this out as well. The PFAS. I want to tell you about PFAS. So many people don't even know what it is. So let's get into it. So what is PFAS and where does it come from? I'll give you a preview of the workshop that I'm getting ready to do later this week. So PFAS stands for it's polyfluoroalkyl substance. It's a large group of what's known as synthetic molecules, chemicals that are resistant to water, grease, and heat and oil. Because of these properties, they've been used really since the 1940s in the industrialization of making consumer products, especially in the industrial place. PFAS is often referred to as forever chemicals, because they don't break down. Once a PFAS is there, it never leaves the body. So where does it come from? Where does PFAS come from? It comes from Teflon coated pans, so nonstick cookware. It comes from water repellent clothes like jackets and outdoor gear. It comes from stain resistance that you spray on your carpets and you spray on your clothing and your furniture. Listen, we have dogs in my house. Before I knew better, this is something that we did. And those chemicals, when you breathe those in, you could literally have what I refer to as sick house syndrome. Somebody type that in the chat below. Sick house syndrome. You're literally sick because of the chemicals inside of your home. We got to pull these out. It's in food packaging, like microwavable popcorn bags have PFAS, fast food wraps, pizza boxes, those kinds of things. Listen, firefighting foam. You guys know that firefighting foam that you spray on stuff? That's PFAS. A lot of chemicals that people use in cosmetics, like for their foundation, their mascara, their lips, or their eyes, a lot of that's going to have PFAS in it or other forever chemicals. It's in our drinking water. Man, once it's in our water, it's difficult to get out unless you have the proper filtration systems in your home, and house dust and indoor air. I mean, literally the air we're breathing in has a horrible amount of toxins in it just in the dust. So why are these dangerous? Number one, they disrupt your hormones. So here's what we know, especially the thyroid. All right, especially the thyroid. The PFAS chemicals have an affinity for the thyroid, messing up T3, T4, and TSH. This is causing a lot of thyroid dysfunction. And if the thyroid goes bad, metabolism goes bad. We get fatigue, we get brain fog. It's a very serious problem because if the thyroid goes off, it can also cause other imbalances in other organs in the body. It can cause liver damage. The liver does almost all the filtration in your body of toxins, and also of burning fat as fuel. So one of the reasons why blood pressure can go high, cholesterol can go high, and weight can go high is because the liver is dysfunctioning. And if it's got compounds and chemicals and it's stuck, it's got all those toxins in it, the forever chemicals, the liver is going to be bad. The kidneys and testicular cancer. So kidney cancer and testicular cancer are known triggered by PFAS. High cholesterol, low birth weight, and developmental issues. If a mother is breathing in or consuming these chemicals while they're pregnant, this is a very big problem. And then, even tiny amounts of this can be harmful, especially with chronic exposure, because it builds up over time. It's not that it's just in and it gets out of the body. So how do you remove the PFAS burden from your system? That's what people want to know. Yes, we want to reduce it, but we want to get it out over time. And here's what we know. It takes a process to get it out. There's a blood test that you can do that measures PFAS. There's a blood test that you can do that measures your PFAS. It's a great test to have done. I think you should have it done, especially if you have autoimmune issues, chronic inflammatory issues, any other type of metabolic syndrome, or any type of cancer. Get a PFAS test done and remove those toxins, because removing the toxins gives your cells a better opportunity to be healthier. So, number one, binding and eliminating. Activated charcoal is really great at absorbing PFAS, especially out of the gut. Micronized zeolite. So it's got to be micronized zeolite. Zeolite is a positively charged compound that acts like a magnet and attracts PFAS to it. In fact, the activated charcoal, I use that in my Detox Pro Plus formula. I take this every day. So in my Detox Pro Plus formula, and we have activated charcoal and zeolite both in here. Both have been shown to help remove PFAS. Chlorella. Chlorella is a green algae that helps heavy metals bind and pulls out some chemicals. Sweating is good. Infrared sauna can be really good. Studies have shown some forms of PFASs are released via intense sweating. So an infrared sauna could be great. I have one here that I use. I use the Signature sauna. It's infrared. It goes up to 170 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's 20 minutes. I sit in there almost every day. It really is a game changer. Number three is a high fiber diet plus bile support. Bile, listen, your liver and gallbladder really kind of go together. They're two different organs stuck together. The bile is the thick substance that's inside the gallbladder that's produced by the liver itself, and that helps digest fat. So soluble fiber helps bind bile acids and that contains PFAS, and it promotes excretion of that through your fecal matter. So liver and gallbladder support. In fact, that Detox Pro Plus, it stimulates and supports phase 1 and phase 2 of liver detoxification, and it helps increase bile flow, and it helps adding to the detox process. Number 4, glutathione is a really good antioxidant. Glutathione, which is known as the master antioxidant, it supports cellular detox. I like liposomal glutathione. We do a lot of IV glutathione in my practices. Oral glutathione's okay. I like some other peptides that actually help your body make glutathione and make NAC for itself, but vitamin C is also a really good chelator for the body. Selenium's a big one. 300 micrograms a day of selenium not only helps the body detoxify from PFAS, but it supports the cells, and it's one of the chemicals that we can say if you're deficient in selenium, you have a higher risk of cancer. And selenium helps the thyroid. Selenium helps the body. It's very important to do that. And zinc, the kind of zinc I like is a chelated form of zinc picolinate or chelated form. The chelation basically means it's bound with something and it can absorb into the cell more readily. So those are really good. Number 5, filter your water. Use a reverse osmosis or activated carbon filter that's certified to remove PFAS. That's going to be the key. Avoid tap water the best you can. And listen, avoid plastic bottles unless it's verified that it's PFAS free. PFAS free. Okay, so that's the key. All right. Now, a lot of you are talking about, oh, that's great. Leanne, let me just put this up here. First of all, Leanne, you're in Australia or New Zealand, I think. Let me know where you guys are watching from, by the way, so we can talk about that. Leanne says, I purchased the family pack of the Detox Pro Plus. Awesome. Thank you. And thank you for your support of that. This is a simple formula. You get it, you shake it. You're going to do 2 dropperfuls in the morning for adults, 1 dropperful a day for kids. Kids in my world, I talk about 12 and up, treat them as adults. In my practices, that's how we do it as well. And sometimes I'll load people up for like the first 45 days. Leanne, sorry, you're in New Orleans. I was thinking you were out of the country, but Shirley's watching from Scotland. So a lot of times we'll load this up and we'll load it up 3 times a day. So 2 in the morning, 2 midday, 2 at night. We'll do that for about 45 days just to get a lot of those impurities out. And we're batting almost 1,000 with PFAS with folks that actually do the things that we asked them to do. Okay. All right. So another deal is we want to eliminate ongoing exposure the best we can. So minimize your exposure to nonstick pans. We got rid of those years ago. We use either ceramic or copper coil, or there's a whole lot that you can use that are very clean. Get rid of fast food, especially fast food wrappers. Those have PFAS in them. You know, those little waxy paper things, there's PFAS in there. And get rid of water-resistant clothes, switch to clean cosmetics and personal care products. Using the Detox Pro Plus really is amazing what it does to detoxify the liver. It removes heavy metals, microplastics, and many other problems from the body. Delphine says, hey, I'm watching from Alberta, Canada. Purchase the Detox Pro family pack as well for yourself. I'm going to be up in your neck of the woods hosting a Biolimitless event in Alberta. And then I'm also in Calgary as well. Later this month, I'll be there. So it's great. Chris, hey, how you doing? Good to see you in Nebraska. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Jess, how are you doing in Illinois? I think I know where in Illinois you're at, by the way. We have a lot of toxins in that region of the world, just FYI. By the way, did you know that certain areas of the world have a lot of more toxins in them than others? Norway, which is where Sven is saying from. Hello, Sven. Hope all is well in Norway. Norway is one of the regions of the world that has a little less of these forever chemicals. In fact, we're looking to partner with a group in that region that could be really beneficial for Biolimitless. And surely, Scotland, unfortunately, has a lot of toxins in them in the food supply. It's a lot more westernized than people realize. So there's PFAS, microplastics, and heavy metals all over the place. By the way, there's different regions of the world. One of the regions of the world where there's excess chemicals in the environment is actually where I live in Missouri. There's a really specific spot just west of St. Louis that has, unfortunately, a lot of toxins and heavy metals, which is why I measure the metals and heavy metals and toxins in myself and my family. We work on using Detox Pro Plus and a master microbiotic formula to keep our bodies, clean and detoxified. So look, I just thought it was very interesting, very, very, very wild, by the way, that remember, I'll show you this again. PFAS lawsuit settlements, folks. It's all over Meta. It's all over social media. You can go right now and I register for legal representation for PFAS. PFAS, forever chemical lawsuit settlements are starting to come down. People are going to start, going after this because, well, it shouldn't have never happened in the first place. But folks, just like most things that should have never happened, it's up to us to make those changes. So click the link below or go to our site. You guys, somebody type in the chat below where you guys can go and find these formulas. Go to wearebiolimitless.com. That's wearebiolimitless.com. And if you go there, that's where you can go find out about the products, the formulas, how to use them, and etc. And then our website, biolimitless.com, is educational website that you can go to find out pretty much anything that you want to find out about health, wellness, and so much more. So this whole month and really next month, we're going to be hammering hard talking about microplastics, talking about heavy metals, talking about PFAS, because the body needs to get those out of the system. Step one to healing all problems is remove the clutter, clear the clutter out of the body. So folks, thank you all for listening. I appreciate you so much. And I hope you guys have that Detox Pro Plus formula and many, many, many other things to come to detoxify your body. Let me say this real quick. There was a question that came up. Christine says, how about chemtrails? How can we detox from those toxins? Do you know that most of those toxins that are in there, aluminum is the biggest one that's used to change. It's called cloud seeding. And it's done all the time. And people around the world do it. We do it here in the US. We do it everywhere. But I was actually in Dubai when Qatar was cloud seeding, and they caused flooding in the Dubai region. So it's a heavy metal. Detox pathways are the detox pathways in the body. Our body always is detoxifying. That's what it does, Christine. But we need to help accelerate that in using binders and chelators and other lifestyle things like the Detox Pro Plus, like using we've created here, I'll show you a digital download that you can get as well called Detox. All right. It's the Detox Insights, the guide of action steps you can do on a daily basis to reduce the heavy metals and microplastics and toxins. We do live in a soup of chemicals. You're 100% right about that, Leanne. And we have chemical plants all around us everywhere. And it's a pretty nasty world that we live in. And yes, you guys can go to wearebiolimitless.com. Thanks, Dee Dee, for putting that up there. Wearebiolimitless.com to learn more about these formulas and things you can do to help yourself. So, folks, I hope you guys appreciate this quick update from me. And remember, knowledge is power, but wisdom is taking that knowledge and applying it to your life. So, love and appreciate you guys. I hope you're having an amazing day. And until we meet again, I'm Dr. Eric Naputi. God bless you. God bless America. God bless this beautiful, beautiful world. And let's stay smart out there. I'll see y'all soon. Have an amazing day. Be well.